Sorry, guys. There was a technical problem with the webcam because I was touching a little bit the cable and the webcam couldn't show myself anymore. And so sorry for that. So, unfortunately, I have to split this live streaming into two parts, but then I will change the title for this live streaming because we are almost to finish episode 14. So sorry for that. Look, this cable of this webcam is a mess. But anyway, let's go ahead just to finish these a few seconds, these a few minutes of episode 14, and then we go on with the other stuff. So I will change the title of this live streaming once it will finish. So we are talking about birds, theory, and other stuff regarding the past. So let's go ahead and finish this episode really quick. So sorry, guys. Try to understand me.
この古い兵団組織のためではなく、この島に住む民のためにだ。このまま時代遅れの兵団に従属していては、なすすべもなく、外の世界の敵に蹂躙されるのみだ。今君たちに問う。君たちは何者だ。我らエルディアの指導者、エレン・イエガーと共に生きるものか。それとも、ここにいるキース・シャーディスと共に古い慣習を実践するものか。
I was saying before the previous live streaming went away, that Flock, what type of battle or what type of freedom, what type of thing are you thinking? I mean, do you think that Eren really cares about you? Do you think that by following the Jaegerist you will not be sacrificed as much as when Erwin asked you to be sacrificed in season 3 part 1? What's the difference? What is the difference? You think that you're fighting for Eldia? Yes, it could be true, but Eren doesn't care about you 100%, and you are asking these kids, I mean these new recruits, to do the same thing that Erwin did to you. I don't see a difference. I mean, you, Flock, were complaining in season 3 part 2 when Erwin was asking all of you to be sacrificed. But now, with what you're doing with these new recruits of the show, the shows ahead, and in the future, maybe they will choose other the garrisons or the military forces. But you are asking these guys to join you, Flock. That means, okay, you will be sacrificed. Are you ready? So there is no difference between what Erwin asked you in season 3 part 2 with what you're doing. So at that point, at that time, it was not fair to complain. Do you understand what I mean? He was complaining because they were too young, because they were forced, and you're doing the same thing. I mean, you're threatening them. It's not just a choice. Because if they don't choose to come to you and to be part of the Jaegerists, maybe they will be killed because they choose to go against you, maybe. So you're just threatening them as much as you thought that you were threatened, by Erwin at that time. No difference, huh? No difference. I see no difference, Flock. Okay, yeah, Shinzo Sasageo.
シャーディス教官を足腰立たなくなるまで痛めつけろ。
There, see?
これこそが我々が淘汰すべき悪臭そのものだ。粛清してみせよ。
No, but okay. I was saying that Flock is coherent with what he's saying, but here he's not coherent at all. He says that the Shadis is the old thing and it has to be erased or has to be done because it's old. But Flock, you're doing the same thing that Erwin did to you in season 3, part 2. That means to sacrifice their hearts, even if they are young or not. I mean, even if they are new recruits or not, to sacrifice, to go to find, to put their lives in danger. So It's not something old. It's not something new. It's something old. It's incoherent right now.
いい加減にしろ、ロック。バカな真似はよせ。ハンズ。ひよっこどもが何人かかってきたところで相手になる。
Once again, destruction and regeneration, you are the real enemy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This didn't make you something new. This is just a reputation.
じゃあ案内してもらいましょうか。ジークの交流地まで。
Neanche morta.
ハンジ団長。おい、行くぞ。目が覚めたか。おい、ラテ、動くんじゃない。ダイソーの新刊をつなぐワイヤーをお前の首にくくってある。下手に動いたらお前は腹から爆発して少なくとも2つになるだろう。こうなると死なねえってのも難儀だな。同情なんかしねえが。お前は俺の部下の命を踏みにじった。てめえがゲロクソまみれで泣きわめくのもすべて計画通りか。うるせえな。こうやって切っておかねえとてめえが巨人になっちまうだろうが。
It's a curse from Zeke Levi.
俺のメガネのどこ。
Oh, no matter how many times I watch this thing when he's saying, where are my glasses? Even if I don't like Zeke for what he's doing, it's painful to hear that sentence, especially now that I understood all what's happening later. I don't know, I feel pain when I hear sentences like these, okay?
いいぞ、ジーク。いい球を投げるようになったな。
Let me tell you honestly, Zeke, after all that happened to you, look what you have become. I mean, I understand Zeke's past life and what happened in his background story. And of course, there is the chance that you become something like this because you can't handle it anymore. But at the same time, look at Zeke, what you have become. Is this what you expected? Or are you satisfied now that you have a plan like this, that the plan that you have? If I would like to ask Zeke this question. If at that time when you were a boy, somebody decided to kill all of you, I mean you, your father, your mother, everybody, would you have agreed with this? I mean, if you were a boy and Xava, in this case, had this plan in his mind and he would have liked to do this, would you have liked to accept it? Or would you have felt as if someone was trashing your life away without letting you have the chance to decide to survive or not?
将来は野球選手になるか？ダメだよ。草ばあさん。僕には使命があるから。
Okay, it's finished. I mean, it's finished the episode. Okay, sorry guys for what happened because of the part one. You find it in the playlist of live streaming. I had a technical problem, but now we start to something else. I mean, as I told you today, I wanted to watch many other things of the past. Some things that can help me guessing or understanding better this theory that I have about birds of in Shingeki no Kyojin. Plus, I wanted to rewatch the trailers, anticipating part two, the two trailers, two teasers, because there are some things that I wanted to understand more about the flowers, Ymir that is drowning, connected to that thing, white thing that is appearing that can be connected with the opening of a season two that I watched it last time, and somehow I detected this thing that was like a cell. It was something. Okay, let's go with the flow. But first, let me rewatch really quick. The episode of Lost Girls dedicated to Mikasa because also there's a thing is connected with the birds, with everything that I wanted to tell you regarding Mikasa, the thing that she understood about this cruel world, then the thing of the bird that I saw it last time, episode one, episode six of season one, connected with episode seven. So many things. Let's go with the flow. Okay, we started with the Lost Girls. 1 second. Okay, wait a second that I have to take it back because it closed the window. Okay, just a second that I find it back. 1 second, 1 second. And this is so important because I think this episode make us under. Do you remember that I told you we found so many spoilers already in season one about these things? So it's so good. Okay, now I found it. Wait a second. It's so good that we can. Okay. Oh, eh? Why the live streaming stopped right now? Eh? Ah, okay. No, I'm live. Sorry. Ah, haha. Can can you hear me? Why the connection is so low? Wait, 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 wait. Ah. Okay, can you hear me? Yes. Sorry, there was a internet connection problem, so please be with me. 1 second. Okay, good. Um. Okay, Lost Girls. Here we go, episode three, because the previous two episodes are dedicated to Annie, while episode three is dedicated to Mikasa. So let's watch it. Thank you, Joestar-san. Thank you for staying with me even in part two, because now it's the most interesting thing happening. Actually, ready? Let's go. Lost Girls. Here we go. Yes. Okay. For those who didn't understand, for unfortunately there was this technical problem right now with the internet connection. I am rewatching episode three of Lost Girls, the Mikasa's episode three.
ウォールマリアを取り戻して襲ってくる敵を全部倒したらまた戻れるの？
Oh, first question that she is asking, that is totally, I mean, is fine and great at the same time. Mikasa is asking now to herself, will the lives we had before ever come back? No. No.
戻すんだよ。でも、もう全部は帰ってこねえ。
Oh! We will bring these back, but some things are gone forever. Okay, first question. Does Eren know already something that is happening in the future? I mean, is he already understanding many things that he's seeing from the future. Because of course, when we watched this scene in the past, we said, oh, of course, things can't stay the same. There are some consequences. Some other comrades maybe can die, or one of us can die. But at that time, we were so innocent, let's say, not to understand this sentence Eren said. I mean, Eren said here, but some things are gone forever. I think he saw already some things.
ツケを払ってもらわねえとな。
その後、エレンはどうするんだろう。
What will Eren do after that?
私たちを見てどこか
He might leave us behind again to go somewhere far away. Liberio.
遠くへ行ってしまうのかもしれない。でも、私にはそれを止めることができない。そんなことを考えていたとき、頭の中を不意にある情景がよぎった。それはいつか見た。
Okay, here she doesn't have the headache or something, but she is remembering a frame or a memory. Okay, and this is important because see, Mikasa remembers frames or things. Okay, the butterfly. The butterfly. Oh yes, 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 yes. This is the moment in which there is the mantis eating the butterfly or killing the butterfly. That it's somehow what happened to Eren. If we consider Eren as one of the birds over there in episode 1 flying, okay, he was in a cage. He was trapped in all these situation. While he was transformed into a titan, his new nightmare life started. But at the same time, once again, this mantis that is killing the butterfly reminds me what Mikasa is saying in episode 6 of season 1, when we see the bird that Mikasa's father is killing one bird, and he is taking it from the neck, okay, and of course her father is an Ackerman, killing the bird, and this was a spoiler already. I already told you this. I think that that's like a sort of remind about what's happening later, because this is confirming me once again that between these three theories that I have about who and how Eren is going to die, I remind you once again, one theory is that all together the Chosahedan group will kill Eren altogether. Second theory, Mikasa and Armin are killing Eren together because they are his best friends. And third of all is Mikasa only trying to kill Eren for the last time. And that thing, when we see Mikasa's father, who is an Ackerman, in episode 6, I tell you once again, later I'm going to rewatch it if I have time. But anyway, there is the father of Mikasa taking from the neck one bird he killed. That bird, if we refer that bird by being Eren, killed by an Ackerman, that's a huge spoiler, in my opinion. If it will be like this, that's a huge spoiler. And in that episode, we see that Mikasa is talking about this cruel world. That means one inside one species or inside one category, no matter if it's an animal or if it's a human being, there is always one that is killing the other one to survive. This is the essence of what's happening in our world, but even in the Shingeki no Kyojin world. The will to survive or the will to dominate others. There was even in the opening of season 2 that I already analyzed in 3 or 4 previous live streamings, so go and check it out. But and we will rewatch it somehow, okay, if I have time. But over there, you see that there are all species of animals running next to the beast titan. Okay, let's take the T-Rex, for example, because there is even the dinosaur. I mean, there is even the T-Rex running, if I'm not wrong. Let's watch it let's rewatching it later. But anyway, even dinosaurs, what they were doing, there were some dinosaurs who had the mission of their life. I mean, they wanted to kill other dinosaurs for their will to survive. And in order to survive, as much as the mantis is eating now the butterfly in this scene to survive, because that's her way to go on living, at the same time, even the titans were created as a weapon to destroy the Paradise people, and Marley had this will to dominate on them or to create their version of the story to survive instead of Paradise people, to condemn Paradise people. As always, you see that even between human beings, there is this hatred, this will to dominate others, and this is a part of, once again, destruction and regeneration. You are the real enemy. This circle that is repeating over and over again, that is getting in touch even with the titans too, because even these titans were created in order for them to feel stronger than the Paradise people, in order to fulfill their missions sometimes, like in the case of Reiner, who wanted to become the hero, okay? But even in that case, there is this domination, this will to dominate others, to impose your presence on others, and this is what happening here. Do you remember what the Galliard said? Oh, I am a titan, so why are you here to try to kill me? Are you here to try to kill me, who I am a titan? So this predominance of fight, 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 to see who's going to make it, who's going to die. There is always one of the two who's going to make it and one of the two who's going to die. The will to survive, but connected also to the ability for a specific species to go on living, or even one species that is trying to affect the other, because there is this will to dominate others. Yes. And this is why Mikasa is creating this image of this cruel world, because actually, yes, in this cruel world, there is one standing and one dying. There is always one person who's going to survive and one person who's going to lose, right? Win and lose, always. And this is a cycle that is repeating over and over again. So the cruel world is even the fact that Mikasa will lose Eren. Mikasa will lose Eren, of course, and this loss is part of her cruel world, because she has to sacrifice her feelings. She has to sacrifice her image with Eren, with a nice family, she has to sacrifice her future too. So all these, the fact that one is staying and one is not staying, it's part of this cruel world. Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
この刺繍は私たちの一族が代々伝えてきたものなの。
Oh,
ミカサも自分の子供ができたら教えてあげるのよ。
oh
それはどう
my.
やったらできるの？さあ、お父さんに聞いてみなさい。ねえ、お父さん。
いや、お父さんもよく知らないんだ。もうじきイェーガ先生が来る頃だから、先生に聞いてみようか。お、早速来たみたいだ。
ミカサ、ここに色を足したらもっと素敵になるわよ。
イェーガ先生、お待ちしてました。どうも、失礼します。
ミカサ、エレンは僕の身代わりに、
Okay.
僕は何もできなかった。
Yes, this is episode 6. I tell you once again, there is a here in this episode there is this butterfly. That even butterflies they have wings, so they have this ability to fly as if they are free. But actually, then if the mantis is coming to kill them, to kill the butterfly, this concept of freedom we see in the butterfly is ending as much as when the mantis is coming and eating the butterfly. Even the butterfly who is supposed to be free is not free. So if we refer to the birds too, the bird can fly and can seem to be free. But if then the hunter is coming, like in the case of the father of Mikasa, and is killing it, it's not free anymore. So this freedom, is this world free? Can we be free for real? I don't think so. Not just in the world of Shingeki no Kyojin, even in this world. We are not totally, completely free. That's why Eren is searching freedom somewhere else. Maybe this somewhere else means when he will be dead, okay? Maybe thanks to death, he will be free forever and for real, because there are no impositions, there is no more this contrast, good and bad, there is not this thing to fight, to survive, and many other things. So, yeah, this world is cruel because we are not free. That world is cruel because they are not free. So what should we do? Should we all die? No. No. Because no matter if you're free, completely free or not, we should stay instead of go.
もしこんな現実が嫌ならもう一度やり直してみるといい。あなたが望む場所から。その世界ではさまざまな物事があなたの思い通りになるはずだ。しかし、それでもあなたはエレンの死を止めることが。
She said it, She said it, In your own world, you can shape reality however you please. Correct? And then, oops. However, you still want to be able to stop Eren's death. Oh, this was Lost Girls. I mean, we have all the keys here. All of them. Mikasa will survive. This is a certainty that I have in my head, but I think it's pretty obvious, okay? Mikasa has this curse to stay and to be able to go on living, no matter Eren's death. So she doesn't have to kill herself, she has to stay. and she has to perpetrate her feelings for the future generations. She has to stay. She can't be free to choose for himself as much as for Eren. Okay, she can't. She has to stay, and this is a part of her cruel world too, because of course Mikasa, by knowing her, she wants to follow Eren no matter where he's going, but this time she can't go. This time she can't take the same steps Eren is taking. This time she has to let him leave. But she has the scarf. But she has the scarf that is Eren's presence. Or look, if before dying Eren can have a baby from Mikasa, I think this is the best thing that can happen, because she can have something, or someone in this case, that can remind her of Eren. And this is something that can let her feel better, like a sort of a relief, because Eren will be there anyway, next to her. So this is an encouragement that she can have to go on living. In the case of the fact, I mean, if she has a baby boy from Eren, this is the best gift that she can have in order for her to keep surviving, because Eren is there. So, yeah, this is cruel. I understand her so much. But she already says Eren's death, so this was a huge spoiler in Lost Girls. Because Eren... Ah, okay. Yeah, I did remember that.
ミカサも自分の子供ができたら教えてあげるのよ。
When you will have a children, teach them these things too. I don't know if this is a spoiler that Mikasa will have a baby somehow. And this would be good, because this makes you understand that if Eren is making a baby boy with her before dying, come on. They keep repeating this sentence here. When you have a child, don't tell me that she's having a child from John, because I mean, my theory was that she was having a baby from Eren, then Eren is dying, of course, and John is taking care of the baby. This would have been better, but I don't think she will have a kid from John. No. She can't betray the love she has for Eren. She can't. That's why I was thinking, if she has a baby boy with Eren instead, and then of course John, poor John, John can help her by staying next to her. I feel so sorry for John for what I said right now, but do you understand what I mean? That they keep no, one thing I want to tell you. Now the butterfly went away and the mantis stay there. So, of course, even if we know that in life there is this opposite, or of survive, lose, to attack, to defend yourself, to win, to lose, there is always this small percentage that even if you're in the worst moment, that means that you're about to die, there is this a percentage that makes you understand that you can survive. This is great. But once again, no, I have another option that I can suggest you. Maybe the mantis can be even Mikasa, trying to get this butterfly that is Eren, to keep staying next to her, blah, 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 but then you see the butterfly flying away. That means Eren anyway will die. So I have to stay here and he will go. This can be another interpretation, even if it's something, the last interpretation that I can have. But this later, this thing of the daughter. When he says, when you have a daughter, oh, don't tell me that she's going to have a baby girl instead of a baby boy, because my opinion, my theory, but maybe it's something stupid, I tell you once again, is that Mikasa, by having a baby boy from Eren, the name will be Eren one more time. I mean, we always have Eren in different generations. Eren Kruger, Eren Yeager, and then Eren. But not Eren Yeager once again. That's why I was thinking if John is helping her by giving the surname Eren Kirstein. That could be so great if you think about that. But there is the risk that if there is another Eren, the cycle is repeating all over again. And this means that the sacrifice of Eren was totally in vain. Okay, so let's see.
早速来たみたいだ。雨の中ご苦労様です。さあどうぞお入り。
See?
先生、
This is the micro world that Mikasa had in her mind if that day didn't happen. I mean, if Grisha could come as it was planned, she could have met Eren, they could have become friends, and then her family was saved, etc., because some minutes ago she was saying, I can create a certain reality in my world. And now we see.
どうも失礼します。やあミカサ、こんにちは。
こんにちは。
ほらエレン、恥ずかしがらないで入っておいで。
The scarf.
こんにちは。
こんにちは。これは息子のエレン。君と同じ9歳だ。一人しか住まないってね。仲良くしてやってくれるかな。
はい。
And the butterflies are still there. Don't tell me that that butterfly with the mantis is what I told you in the last option. I mean, Lost in the Cruel World. Yes, this episode is. Okay, let's go on with the details.
お前のお母さん、今度子供が生まれるんだってな。
男の子だってお母さん言ってた。
Oh. Wait a second. In this imaginary world that Mikasa is thinking in her mind, I didn't remember all these things. See, that's why I'm rewatching them. Eren is saying, your mother said that you can have a daughter, but then Mikasa says, yeah, mom said she can tell it's going to be a boy. It's going to be a boy. Eren Kirstein. Oh, I go for it. I go ahead with this idea.
私がお腹にいた時とは全然違うんだって。
本当に男だったら立派な兵士になるといいな。
兵士に？エレンは兵士になるの？
調査兵団に入って外の。
Oh! He's saying, maybe you will have a boy from a soldier. And Mikasa, are you going to become a soldier? And he's saying, yeah, I'm going to join Chosahedan. Oh, come on, look, don't tell me that they are going to have a baby boy, but this will be amazing. And at the same time, cruel because it's repeating all over again the thing. But if they have a baby boy, as I was telling you, is the best thing for Mikasa, because Mikasa is going to have a sort of heritage from Eren, and this will give her hope to go on living. The best wish for Eren is that Mikasa goes on living by having something that can remind him, that can remind her that he's next to her. It's perfect. They will have a baby boy at this point. I hope for that. I really love this couple. Since season 2, I love this couple. But look, yeah, it makes sense. Not just the scarf. I mean, the scarf has a great importance, of course, and it's already something that reminds her of Eren. But if she can have a baby boy, instead of all the people who thought Historia's daughters or sons, because we still don't understand if it's a girl or a boy, but all the people who are saying, Historia will have a boy or a girl, and the father is Eren. I also thought something like that at the beginning, but then I thought, nah, no, it's just a way to pretend that things are going like this. And all those people say, Eren will be the father. Oh no, this is the real relationship in which we wanted to see that they have a baby boy. Oh,
行くんだ。
外の世界って。
壁
eh,
の外の世界だ。そんで外にいる巨人どもをぶっ殺すために訓練しなきゃならない。
but look, now that I think about something like this, every time Eren is saying, I will destroy all the Titans, since the beginning he's saying this, okay? I mean, when he had this first moment of anger in which he says, I will destroy all of them. Actually, it makes sense because he's destroying himself too, who is a Titan. So he wants to erase all of them. It means that he also has to erase himself too. And that's why he hates himself too, because by becoming a Titan, he can't say, I like myself and all the others are stupid and are crazy. No, he hates himself too. So every time he is saying, I want to exterminate all of them, I want to kill them all. Anyway, this is something that is coherent. If the story ends like this, I mean, if the story ends with Eren being killed and all the other Titans being killed too, and no, but there is Armin still surviving. That's why I'm saying that this thing is it going to vanish once Eren will survive, will sacrifice himself. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense, guys. I mean, we are saying that he has to exterminate all of them, and this is the will of Eren. That means exterminate himself too. I mean, kill himself too. But what about Armin? I don't think the Colossal will survive later. At this point, it doesn't make sense. If Eren wants to kill them all, he wants to kill them all. So he is going to kill Armin too? No. No F way. I don't think so. This is impossible. No, so it means that by sacrificing himself, even the thing of the Colossal inside Armin will vanish. I can't imagine that Eren will kill Armin for this. No. But there's a thing that Eren is saying here from season 1. I'm going to kill them all. I'm gonna. Yeah, it makes sense. Oh, he has views. I mean, he has flashbacks since before he became. Wait a second. Of course, he was not a Titan when he got these views, these flashback things in episode 1 at the beginning. La 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 la. But anyway, he was the son of Grisha, who was a Titan. So does this make a sense? I mean, when you no wait no okay, but okay, no, I was saying something stupid. I already corrected myself. But this makes sense. Every time we saw Eren is saying, I will kill them all, I will exterminate all, blah, 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 blah. It seemed to be incoherent because he is also a Titan, okay? But now, no, it's not incoherent, not at all, because he will kill himself too. So it's pretty coherent. Let's go ahead. Oh.
お前は
私
お前のお父さんは狩りをして お母さんは野菜を作るんだろう。
Oh, we are still in Mikasa's mind now. It's not something happening, but we can have some hints
お前は何をするんだ？
to follow you.
私
To follow.
私はわからない。もう帰ろうよ、エレン。森の奥には入っちゃいけないってお父さんが。待って。
Oh, there is this scene in which there is a man eaten by dogs, like a fae. Okay, this is just a coincidence, of course. It has to be like this, but in this case, it remarks once again that thing of the mantis and the butterfly, the same. But now we have a human being versus the wolves. I think they are wolves. The same concept, okay? The species that are going to fight, and let's see who's going to survive and who's going to lose. The same. But this scene, it seems like when Faye died. Okay, let's go ahead. See, and now the wolves are about to attack them because this is how life goes. And Mikasa is saying, my father told me not to go deep inside the forest. Sasha's dead. Are you listening now? That was a good suggestion. Yeah. What the F? Mikasa had that boom boom. And it was not an headache. And the wolves stopped. This is a power of the Ackerman. But this power of the Ackerman was not analyzed. Wow. I don't remember this thing happening in other moments. Okay, we are still in Mikasa's world in her mind, but is this a hint of this Ackerman power they have? I don't remember this episode so much, to tell you honestly. And they are in a forest. In the woods. I mean. And there is a butterfly on top of that the head of that person who's dead. Allora, oh, this is what I told you at this point. When there is the mantis and the butterfly is Eren, is flying away. And in fact, that butterfly now was on top of the person who was killed because Eren will be killed too. Okay, let's go ahead. I like to do things like this to try to guess.
私たちは家に戻り、野犬に襲われかけたことは伏せ、死体のことを報告した。
And those three people who were killed, of course, they are the same people who are going to kill Mikasa's dad and Mikasa's mom in reality. But this is what Mikasa hoped, let's say, because if her parents were not being killed, maybe the story would have been different. No, without maybe. Without maybe, okay? But, yeah.
よろしくお願いします。じゃあまたな。
それからエレンは5日に一度のイエーガー先生の往診に毎回ついてくるようになった。
We are always in Mikasa's world now, but she said, the other times that Grisha sensei, I mean, the Grisha doctor came, Eren was always next to him, and he wanted to come. Why he wanted to come? Because...
私たちは もう森の奥へは入らなかった。
We didn't go to the woods anymore. Like Sasha's dad said, and in fact, if you stay away from the woods and if you stay away from the forest, happiness is coming. Absolutely true.
シガンシナ区での暮らしぶりやアルミンのことを話してくれた。
Again, the tree. Wait a second. I wanted to see one thing.
それからエレンは5日に一度のイエーガー先生の往診に
Yeah.
毎回ついてくるようにな
I
った。
want to see a detail that I lost.
私たちは
The
もう
wood.
森の奥へは入らなかった。
The tree. Yes, it's the Lost Girls, Brandon. Yes. Later, I'm going to modify the title of the live streaming so many people will understand what I rewatched. Yes. But there is the tree, and there are Eren and Mikasa under the tree. There is always the tree. Always. And of course, this tree has lots of leaves. That means lots of life. Yes.
森の奥へは入らなかった。
Yes. But he is cutting now the eggplants. Once again, in order for a person to survive, he or she has to eat. And in order to eat, we have to eat the living things. Can be plants, can be animals in this case, but one is all is one.
エレンは気が向くとシガンシナ区での暮らしぶりやアルミンのことを話してくれた。
And she made even the doll like Eren. And there is another tree here, in which they have in which they are having the picnic.
じゃあ子供がどうやってできるかも知ってるかな。
そんなの俺でも知ってる。
No! Mikasa that is saying to Eren, do you think Armin knows how people make children? And Eren says, even I know that. Oh my, is this a spoiler for real? Are they going to have a baby boy together? It's the third time they are saying something like this here.
本当に？
真夜中に大きな鳥が赤ん坊を運んできて、それをお母さん
No! No, Eren, no! No.
鳥がどうやって赤ん坊を運ぶの？
背中に乗せんだろ。
それじゃあ落ちちゃうよ。
そっか。とにかくだな。
He's blushing, yo. And he's blushing. Once again, Eren is always blushing when he talks to Mikasa. Every single time.
アルミンはいろんなことをたくさん知ってる。
Okay.
外の世界のことを教えてくれたのもアルミンなんだ。俺はいつかアルミンと一緒に外の世界に行く。
Yeah, yes, we saw it. Yeah.
それが俺の夢だ。
Huh?
どうしたのそれ？
Okay.
外の世界には全部塩水でできた海ってのがあるんだ。
Yeah, he hates her a lot. Yeah, sure. In fact, we saw how we can trust Eren's statements in season 4. Yeah. The ocean. Mamma mia, guarda.
全部塩水でできた海ってのがあるんだ。
Yeah.
塩なんて宝の山だから商人が取り尽くしちまうと思うだろう。ところがそうじゃない。取り尽くせないくらいに海は広いんだ。多分想像もできないくらいにな。炎の水、氷の大地、
Yeah.
砂の雪原。
And they are still under a tree, yeah. Oh, my theory about the trees, I think it's confirmed somehow.
ここにはそんな世界が広がってるんだ。この壁の中の何倍も広い世界がな。それなのにあいつらは。
あいつら。
いつら腰抜けだ。
Oh! Porca miseria! We're talking about to go beyond the world, the walls, blah blah blah, until Eren is saying,
この壁の中の
wait,
何
wait,
倍
wait,
も
wait, wait,
広い
one
世界。
second.
それなの
But those guys still, and Mikasa is saying, who?
にあいつらは。あいつら。
They are cowards.
腰抜けだ。壁の中が。
They think all that matters is that it's peaceful inside of the walls. Okay, now for a second, I thought that he was talking about Reiner and Bertold because they are cowards and because they are traitors. But yeah, okay, let's go ahead.
それでいいと思ってる。なんでわざわざ危険な外へ出る必要があるんだってな。
It's dangerous, Eren. It's dangerous. You understood it that later.
ルイは壁の外に行くべきだって言った。そしたら異端者だって言われた。ここはそういう世界なんだ。
Okay.
あいつらは変われることになりきった腰抜けだ。
This world is full of cowards who will never accept the change. He will be a change, I hope. I hope he's not dying in vain. Just saying. Because if later we see that everything is going ahead, Eren, you didn't change anything at this point, okay?
そんな奴らが俺たちをこの壁の中に押し込めようとしてる。
エレン、
俺は調査兵団に入って外の世界に行く。
And once again, the butterfly that goes away. While Mikasa wants to keep him here. But oh my, if he can be the butterfly, he can be even the bird. Maybe after Eren dies, we will see lots of birds, or we will see lots of butterflies. At this point, we will see butterflies, and once Mikasa will see lots of butterflies, she thinks, oh, that's Eren. Or maybe at this point, yes.
このまま帰ったら
Because
もっとひどい喧嘩をして
there are always
もっとひどく
butterflies.
傷つくかもしれない。でも私にはそれを止めることはできない。
Exactly. There is nothing I can do to stop him. For sure.
それならせめて一緒にいたい。そう思った。
And we know that.
これをイエーガー先生に？
次の往診の時に一緒に帰ってくればいいから。
エレンと思いっきり遊んでおいで。
She would have liked it.
おい、早く行こうぜ。調査兵団が帰ってきたんだ。
This is a great episode of What If. I mean, what if the story would have gone in this way instead? And those wolves came over there in the woods to kill those 3 people who were about to not kill her parents. Once again, somebody has to die. Somebody has to survive, as always. Yeah.
モーセスが見当たらないですが、息子はどこでしょうか。
モーセスの母親だ。持ってこい。
This scene was terrible.
それだけしか取り返せませんでした。
Once again, yeah.
調査兵団に入るの。本当に調査兵 兵団に入るの？
Once again, the butterfly and the mantis.
絶対
Eh,
何度目だ
it's like, I don't want you to join the mantis that is keeping the butterfly, but the butterfly later. Oh, we will see. At this point, I'm convinced that we will see the butterfly once Eren will die. If we see what's happening later with the 8 extra pages, we see lots of butterflies around Mikasa. Maybe that she understands. Ah, that's Eren. It could be. Some people believe in things like this. I mean, they believe that if they see a bird, or if they see a butterfly, or if they see any other animal, or if they see signs after a person is dead, it means that the presence of that spirit of that person is still there, telling her or him, I'm here. So maybe.
兵団め、ひでえもんだ。まったくだ。これじゃあ俺らのせいで奴らに餌をやって太らせてるようなもんだな。何そんなクソガキ！
離せよ！
調査兵団をバカにすんな！おいおい、ガキ相手に。黙れ！こういうガキはよ、クソガキのうちにしつけとくんだよ。ほら！
どれくらい寝てた？長い時間じゃない。
I like this episode. If I'm right, again, the tree. If I'm right, they already spoiler. They put already the spoiler of how it will be after. And this is like after season 3, part 2, when he's going and she has to stay.
家を移しましょう。私の家の近くに。万が一のことを考えると、それが一番かと。そうですか。
あらあら。
Aspetta.ちょっと待って。近くに。あ? Aspetta un attimo.
お願いします。
Yeah.
エレンに会わせてください。
妊娠中毒症。
It appears to be pre-eclampsia. We are referring to Mikasa's mom. No, for a second, I thought that I read amnesia. I was thinking about the fact that she has headaches and things like. No, sorry, I made a mistake.
家を移しましょう。私の家の近くに。万が一のことを考えると、それが一番かと。
So Mikasa's mom, in her mind, in her future mind, of course, she was pregnant.
あらあら。どうしたの？お母さん。
Okay, when she was talking about the baby at the beginning, she was referring to her brother or sister that was about to let me see that scene once again. No.
さあ、こんにちは。仲良くして。
Well, wait a second.
私がお腹にいた。
Okay.
今度子供が生まれる。
Okay, no, I made a mistake. They say your mom was going to have a baby. No, I skipped your mom. Okay, fine. So what I said until now, it was a mistake. But anyway, no, but I still believe that they can have a baby. Hmm.
あらあら。どうしたの？お母さん。ねんね。ごめんなさい。
But in this episode, no birds are flying.
うちに来なくなったの？
調査兵団がなくなったんだ。壁外調査の結果が得られないから潰された。扉も塗り固められた。もう誰も外へは出られない。腰抜けどもが俺たちをこの壁の中に押し込めようとしてる。
Yeah, but then here it reminds me when Eren in season 4 is saying, after we went outside of the walls, we understood that the enemies were beyond the ocean. That means even if you went outside of the walls, there was another immense wall to cross.
外の世界には。
俺はアルミンと気球で外の世界に行くことにした。気球ってのは空を飛ぶでかい風船だ。アルミンと作っ
Even if he's talking about the hot air balloon, he says to let us go. Aspetta.
俺はアルミンと気球で外の世界に行くことにした。気球ってのは
It's a balloon big enough to lift the people into the sky. There is always this.
空を飛ぶでかい風船だ。
Always.
今アルミンと作ってる。だからお前ん家に行けなかったんだよ。悪かったな。
Sorry.
いつ行くの？
3日後だ。
私も行く。
は？
私も連れてって。お願い。一緒に連れてって。
Oh, this makes you understand that everything Eren said, even if it was in her mind, okay? But she wanted to go, or she wants to stay next to you because you're not the king, but because it's you. Oh. And he's blushing again. And he's blushing again before telling her the instructions to reach the hot air balloon.
僕と森がある。3日後の夜、そこで待ってる。その時返せよ。
Give me the scarf back. I wanted it to comment now in a Italian way to say, but it's better not because it's not something.
ようやくそうしてくれたな。まったく早いとこすれよ。絶対遅れんなよ。鐘が3回鳴ったら出発するからな。
あと2回。
And this is a metaphor of what's happening for real, because she wanted to reach Eren, but she was stopped by other inconvenience.
かの巧妙なる鏡男がこれより催眠術を披露いたしますぞ。この純粋無垢で痛いけな少女を見事人殺しに仕立て上げてごらんじる。さあお嬢ちゃん、私の顔見てごらん。
話してください。
私がこの手を離したとしてお嬢ちゃんはどこへ行くつもりだい？
It's not your business.
私に会いに行くんです。
なるほど。それは急いだ方がいい。お友達を待たせちゃいけないよ。
ありがとう。
だが、私としてははいそうですかとはいかない。なぜなら私は催眠術で君を人殺しにしなきゃならないからね。そこで提案があるんだが、どうかな。今すぐ私を殺すというのは、君に催眠術をかけて私を殺させることもできるが、それには少々時間がかかる。それは困るんだろう？誰か！ 残念だけど、どれだけ急いでも間に合わないよ。お友達は君を置いていってしまう。
エレンのことを知ってるの？おじさんは誰なの？
私は誰でもないが、同時に誰でもある。
Oh, this personification of destiny, I really like it. I mean, I think this is a personification of a concept of time, a concept of yeah, it could be destiny, because anyway, Mikasa will not be able to reach Eren on the other side of I mean, when he will die, she has to stay. So I like that thanks to this scene, she is already a step behind than Eren, and she will not be able to save him, of course.
催眠術師は何でもよく知っている。君は迷子なんだよ。君は自ら望んでここに迷い込んだ。エレンの死を受け入れることができず、自ら作り出した。この世界。
Oh, this personification is saying it's a world that exists, the world that we followed during this episode, only because of your inability to accept Eren's death. But at this point, I think something else. After Eren's death, she will not create in her mind a parallel world in which she can see him or she can imagine other stuff. I think she will be perfectly conscious that she will have something from Eren. Because by having something from Eren, this will help her to go on living without imagining other stuff, without creating a parallel world in her mind where Eren and her are happy, blah, blah. That's why the baby boy, is the perfect thing at this point. Because if I have a baby boy, and of course, my lover is dead, but there is that baby boy that resembles him, that has a part of him inside himself too, etc., etc. That thing doesn't make me want to create a parallel world. Do you understand what I mean? I mean, if she has something from Eren before dying, this can help her go on living, because she knows that Eren is there no matter what. So that's why I was thinking, look, we saw lots of butterflies here, and there was that connection I told you with the Demantis. So maybe at the end, when Eren dies, no matter the scarf, yes, she will have the scarf, but maybe there is these butterflies coming around her, or I don't know if she has a baby boy. I hope for that, but if it's not happening, maybe there is something else that is coming every single day. Like, look, there are some people who have lost their kids, for example, who have lost their parents, who have lost their lovers, blah, blah, blah. Even in this world, the real world, who think that there are people who say, every single day when I go to the balcony, I find that bird looking at me. And that bird, in my soul, I believe, or I feel that bird coming on my balcony every day is my son who died, who keeps telling me that I am there, that he's there, that he's next to me, that he didn't go away. And there are people who believe, of course, that there are some signs, not just physically speaking, but even some people who believe in spirits, people who believe in this energy being kept there next to us, who's going to protect us, who's going to comfort us, even if we can't see it. maybe Eren will be a presence. It can be a bird. If in the case of the birds, it would be perfect connection. I mean, if it's a bird coming to her every single day to remind her, oh, it's me, I'm here. Even if I'm not here anymore, this could make sense. Or it can be a butterfly. Yeah. At this point, if she has something from Eren, then she will not be able to create, like in this episode that they are saying, this parallel imaginary world in which Eren is there, blah, 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 because she can't accept Eren's death. I think at this point, Mikasa will accept Eren's death, first of all, because I think that she's going to kill him. At this point, I don't have a doubt anymore. At this point, maybe the first theory, which I told you that there are all the ex-comrades of the Chosahedan trying to kill them all together. No, I cut it out. No, that theory is wrong. There are two theories left: Mikasa and Armin together, or Mikasa only. At this point, maybe the Mikasa killing Eren is the most probable. Even by following this, by following the Lost World episode, Lost Girls episode. She has to do something to be able to accept Eren's death. That means to kill him. If she is going to kill him, she is going to accept Eren's death. And at the same time, she will survive, she will go on living, but there will be something coming every day at this point, or something that, except for the scarf, it can be a baby boy that she could have with Eren before killing him. It can be the scarf, of course, but at this point, it can be a butterfly, like we saw in this episode, that all butterflies are coming next to her. Maybe Eren will materialize himself, his spirits, as a butterfly coming to visit her every day. This can make a sense. And or the birds, because we see birds everywhere. So we see birds everywhere in this story. So one of the two, birds or butterflies.
どのような世界であろうと、あなたにはエレンの死を止めることができない。なぜならエレンは
その体の中
Oh, spoiler. Spoiler. Spoiler.
あなた
However, wait,
に自ら作り
because I read the sentences, so you will understand what I mean.
しかし
However, in this world and any other, you might create
どのような世界であろうと、あなた
Eren's death is an inevitability you will never escape. Spoiler. I mean, from here, we already understood that Eren died, and these Lost Girls came out many seasons ago.
にはエレンの死を止めることができない。なぜなら
Because Eren is marked by the specter of death. We found the key.
エレンが
その体の中に死を抱え込んでいるからだ。
Yes.
だからどれだけ彼を守ろうとして
And all of your efforts to protect him
死は必
are
ず
certain to be in vain. Exactly. Because his destiny is chosen. Is chosen. Okay. Okay. Fine.
彼を捕らえる。
Fine. Yes.
もし嘘だと思うのなら
If you doubt my words, you can confirm the truth with your own eyes.
確かめに行くといい。
Oh, yeah.
ただし私を殺してからだ。
But only after you kill me. That means this is Mikasa's consciousness talking to her. So it's as I told you, this person that was in front of her was the personification of a destiny, or anyway, the personification of herself talking to herself. So yeah,
あなたは強くなって
you have to become stronger and then return to the original world. Oh, see, it was so good to watch this episode today. Now I made my mind. Okay, people who didn't watch this, I mean, I watched it many years ago, but this was the huge spoiler. This is a spoiler. She's going to kill Eren. This is a huge spoiler. And by doing this is the only way to accept Eren's death, even in her world, not just in this world that is an imaginary world she created in her mind. Spoiler, okay. I know how Attack on Titan will end. I tell you, I'm deeply convinced at this point. I found it. This is at this point, but at this point, if Attack on Titan is going to finish like this, I don't understand the people who are complaining. I don't. Maybe they didn't watch this episode at this point. I mean, maybe they complained about it, but they didn't watch Lost Girls. Okay, I watched it many years ago, but now that I'm rewatching it, it makes sense. It makes sense even more than what I was expecting in my mind with my theories. It's coherent. It's absolutely coherent. They were saying this to us many years before. So why people are complaining? If the ending is Mikasa killing Eren, it's coherent. Or, okay, later when Attack on Titan will finish, we will make a live streaming called Why Did You Complain? Or what was your best final for this story? So I will understand what was wrong, for sure. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, what I'm saying so far, it's all wrong. Let's take this into consideration because, of course, I'm talking as if I am convinced, but that doesn't mean that it's what I'm about to watch, maybe, okay? But then, at this point, I don't understand why people are complaining about the final, about the ending. Maybe they hoped that Eren would have survived instead, but this was not possible. Or maybe they hoped that Mikasa didn't kill Eren, but this was obvious. But this was obvious from this episode. They are already telling us who's going to kill Eren here, in my opinion. She's going to kill him. Okay, now I understand maybe why many people were saying that it's like a Code Geass. Yeah, but it's a little bit different because over there was a great friendship. Here we have love that is even more painful, guys. So and by the fact that she can't keep him staying because she's always a step behind, you already understand that he's going to die. But they say it clearly. You will not, you still can't accept Eren's death. Oh, more spoiler than this one. I mean, without even knowing what was happening later in season 3, part 2, in season 4, but lo so, I know, yeah. This is simply the reality of the world and its cruelty. Yeah, because actually she's going to kill her lover. And she's going to lose his lover because of her decision to kill him. Oh, we understood how Attack on Titan finishes. Come on. We understood it. Fine. Oh! Oh, let me go back 1 second. If that's how the world is, it can. In fact, because after that thunder of episode 1, Eren's life changed like from this to this. Yes. Yes. He is condemned. He is condemned. Ah, wait. Eh. Ma see, even if she killed her consciousness because of what her consciousness was telling her, then these men is standing once again. That means Eren will be there next to her, even if she's doing what she's doing. Eren's spirit and Eren's energy, Eren will be next to her somewhere or somehow. So I think, or the baby boy, the scarf, sure, for sure, and maybe a bird, a butterfly. She's connected to the butterfly, so maybe that butterfly is something good as a sign. If she sees a butterfly every day, she thinks, oh, that's Eren. Maybe.
皆様、ご覧いただけましたか。この鏡男が見事、この可憐な少女を人殺しに仕立て上げて。
Your very own mirror man has just transformed a sweet young girl into a murderer. Oh, this is how Attack on Titan will end. Okay, I decided. Before you watching it, I decided. Okay, I understand how Attack on Titan will end. Okay. Wow. I mean, it was just a theory, but this is a confirmation, guys. Oh, it's a super spoiler, huh? It's a super spoiler. Your very own mirror man has just transformed a sweet young girl into a murderer. Super spoiler. I hope some anime only don't watch Lost Girls. Sorry for this live streaming. Okay. Mikasa will kill him. I will cry so much. So much. So much. I thought it was a theory, a stupid one, but I hope that I am right at this point. There is nothing else to say. No. Okay, now even if he's talking about the blade that is fake, blah, blah, blah. It's a spoiler. It's a spoiler.
しかし、この少女が私を刺したという事実は、巨人でも動かしがたい事実でありますぞ。どうでしょうか、皆様。これが私を刺
In fact, the fact that this girl stabbed me is an unshakable truth that the Titans themselves cannot challenge. She will kill Eren. Now, there is just to understand how she will kill Eren. How? If I follow the theory I told you many live streamings, no, 4 live streamings ago, Mikasa's dad was taking that bird from the neck. So she's going to cut his head, or she's going to, hang him. No, because he's a Titan. Maybe she's cutting here behind. But anyway, something that has connected with the neck, because even that scene of her father grabbing one bird and killing it, and he was grabbing it from the neck. That was a huge spoiler too. That was okay. I understood. I think I finally made my decision about my final theory. That's what's going to happen. Something connected with the neck as a bird, because he's always connected with the trees and birds and whatsoever. that bird in episode 1, it's him and Mikasa flying. But that day, Mikasa's dad had 1 bird killed. Not 2, 1. And he's an Ackerman. So an Ackerman that is killing the bird, Mikasa that is killing Eren. Finished. Okay, I made my mind. But yeah, how? I still don't know how, but the neck. The neck. And in this sentence is another spoiler. The fact that this girl stabbed me. Is maybe she's going to affect the core of the Titan. That maybe it's not here on the neck, but maybe it's something else. When Eren will transform in the ultimate form, thanks to Ymir, that's what I believe. Maybe there is another way to defeat that time. I mean, the Shiso. That is not here, or there is not somewhere else. Maybe it's the core of the heart. Maybe she's going to stab the heart of Eren. Of the Titan of Eren. Oh. Anyway, the sentence is an unshakable truth that the Titans themselves cannot challenge. Spoiler. In Lost Girls, we have the spoiler how Mikasa will kill Eren. I mean, in Lost Girls. I made my mind. She is going to kill Eren. It's written. It's written. It's written. So for all the people who didn't watch Lost Girls, no, I'm joking, but Lost Girls spoiled us everything here. And by doing that, she will accept Eren's death. It's written. Oh, I will cry hard. I will cry hard. No F way.
刺したという事実は巨人で
No
も
F
動
way.
かない事実でありますぞ。どうでしょうか皆様。
No, we didn't have fun at all.
この腕前でございます。
Yeah, he says that he's the hypnotist, but this is not a hypnosis. This is what's going to happen. I'm pretty sure at this point. I don't have any other doubts about this. No F way. Oh, I'm going to cry hard. January, help me. Oh my. Yeah, I was imagining this. I was imagining this, but until you see the evidence, one thing is, guys, one thing is to say one thing is to watch it or to feel it. So I will prepare myself. Armin, that is always under a tree, once again. Oh, mamma mia! No, this Lost Girl is something crazy. Now we have Armin that is staying next to Mikasa under the tree. No, come on. It's all my fault. Don't tell me that Armin is discussing with Eren, and I mean Eren, by discovering that Armin is in love with Annie. Maybe they are discussing and something terrible is happening, and then Shikatanai, I mean, there is no other choice. Okay, this is what happened in season 1. Actually, when Eren is englobed by the Titan because Eren wants to save Armin, I know. But if we think about this scene for what's happening later, of course, Armin and Mikasa will survive. So this can make a sense. The balloon went out of control right after liftoff. So Armin is going to talk to Eren and they are going to argue. Or anyway, Armin and Mikasa alone and Eren is gone. Super spoiler once again. Super spoiler. The two are staying over there, surviving. And Eren is gone. Flying with the hot air balloon, but flying, that means or it's a bird or it's a butterfly. Again, so later Eren will come back as a butterfly or as a bird to Mikasa. Oh, this one is super spoiled. Then Eren pushed me outside to safety. This is correct. Then Eren pushed me outside to safety, as much as now he is provoking Armin, because by provoking him, he's going to hate him, he's going to survive. Oh, but this episode is the spoiler. Let's say it in Japanese, the spoiler. I'm shocked. Maybe it was not good to watch this episode. No, but okay, I understood that Eren was dying and maybe Mikasa, but this is... Oh, mamma mia. Oh, mama, sorry, I'm here, but... Oh, there is a butterfly. There is a blue butterfly. Eren sacrificed himself for me. Of course, we are talking about season 1, but I'm trying to connect everything that they are saying to now. Maybe Armin is trying to save Eren till the last moment, but then no. I couldn't do anything to prevent him to die to stay next to you. Oh, mama. Wait.
私の中に残っていたのは、随分と長い夢を見ていたという感触だけだった。幸福で悲しい夢。そして目が覚めたとき、私はエレンの身に起こったことを一つ。
Once I woke up, I accepted what had happened to Eren as a solemn fact. Okay. It's pointless for me to watch, not to watch it. I mean, it's pointless for me to go on with these live streamings. No, talking about how Attack on Titan will end, because at this point I understood. Yeah. Okay.
一つの厳然とした事実として。
I will cry so much.
エレンはきっとウォールマリアを取り戻し、
Yeah.
一匹残らず巨人を駆逐して。
Mikasa says, I know that Eren will retake Wall Maria, that he will wipe out every last Titan, included him,
そして海を
and then get to see the ocean with his own eyes. Yeah, but even later, okay? Oh my, these episodes. But even then, I don't think it will be possible to stop the March of Fate. The March of Fate! No, look. The March of Fate? The rumbling. The rumbling. Called also as a march of fate, because once you start that march, your destiny is written. Also, yeah, the march of fate, because he's the Shingeki no Kyojin. I mean, his destiny is assigned somehow with his mission that is signed. But
歩みを止めることはないのかもしれない。
I think I lost my mind
そして
today.
私には
And I want to have. No,
誰にもエレン
nobody will have the power to stop him. Yes, because he is reaching his freedom. That means death. To go on the other side. Oh, I mean,
を止めることはできない。それでもいい。
but that's
エ
okay.
レンがど
No matter where Eren, no, 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 no matter where Eren goes, I wanted to be by his side. Okay, so he is coming in another form. It can be a baby boy. It can be an animal. I mean, a butterfly, a bird. I'm so sure of this at this point. I don't have anything else that proves me the contrary. I will cry hard. Oh, yeah. Oh, Mama.
どこへ行こうと、私はエレンのそばにいたい。
Yes, you will.
私が願うのは、ただそれだけだ。
Yes, you will. I mean, when we watched these things, okay, before, we had a totally different interpretation. But now that we watch these things, is something obvious to me. Obvious.
ねえ、エレン。
Okay, it's finished. I'm speechless, guys. In this episode, we saw how Attack on Titan ends. And we understood it. That we can't say the contrary. We can't. Why at that time when I watched these Lost Girls, I didn't understand that? Why? Why? This is something crazy. I don't know. But it's obvious to me now. Okay, maybe I can still be wrong, but come on. You can't end Shingeki no Kyojin in another way. Or is this why maybe people are complaining? Because they thought that Eren was killed by Mikasa. I mean, many fans, they are more expert than me, so maybe they were checking already all this stuff, and then while there was the ending, they were complaining because it ended in another way. Because this is coherent. This is coherent. Especially after watching this episode, I mean, why do they complain? If this is how it ends, why people complain? Especially if you are a great fan of Shingeki no Kyojin, you should be happy instead, because it's coherent. I don't know. Okay, look, guys, it's already too late because I made almost 3 hours of live streaming. But I think for me, it will be better to stop here because it's 3 hours. I mean, 1 hour before in part 1 and 2 hours, almost 2 hours here. But next week, we are going to rewatch the trailers. I mean, the trailers for part 2 and all the other scenes connected with the birds. But at this point, come on. Come on. It would be interesting anyway to catch all the birds scenes and things like this, or even there's a thing where, yeah, I will rewatch even opening of season 2, because next week we talk about Ymir. We talk about Ymir. We will rewatch the trailers. We will rewatch some scenes for the birds, the episode 1, episode 6, episode 7. If you have other episodes to recommend, thank you, John Starson, to stay with me all this time. Look, you are great and amazing. But oh my, okay. I think for these live streamings, because they are too much, I will change the title of these live streamings so other people will understand what they are about to watch. Thank you so much. And next week, I will rewatch episode 15. And at this point, maybe I will split. I will make the other live streaming later, as much as for today, in which I will rewatch the trailers of part 2 coming, and Ymir thing, the birds, the numbers of the birds, and all these things. Okay. Thank you so much for watching me, Joestar-san. You're so great. You really gambatteta. Hontoni gambatteta. And see you. See you next week, and see you, of course, the other days with the other videos. Thank you so much for the support. Okay, now I think I know how Attack on Titan ends. Let's get them ready. See you. See you next time. Bye.